Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Last Minute Betting. Sports Nuts time. Time for some winners. Something in the world of hockey, something in the world of basketball. How about the WNBA? Oh, I love the WNBA. We're brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Go to oddsjam.com/subscribe and start your 7-day free trial right now. Live chat available. Please like the show and subscribe to the YouTube channel, would you? Please. I'd like to build things up. We'll have a parlay tonight for sure. And we are broadcasting live on Twitch and where else X. So, and there's Mike, made it in just in time. And let's start it off with Panther talk. You know what? I mean, we might as well just start it off with Panther talk here, Mike. Right?
Well, I mean, that's the only playoff game we got going on tonight anyway. So absolutely. Well, no. I mean, NBA.
No. We got NBA.
But okay, it's NHL playoffs, and so yeah.
Let's call it Panther talk. How are our Panthers going to do tonight, Mike?
Should be Panthers talk, but
yeah. Okay. All right.
Panther.
All right. I got you.
So what are we diving into here? This game specifically?
Yeah, I'm asking you a question. I mean, what are our Panthers going to do tonight? There, how's that?
I forgot the apostrophe. Kidding.
No.
Well, how are our Panthers going to do, Mike?
Panthers, huh?
Yes, it's our Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely
in trouble, ain't they? That's what
I don't. The thing is honestly, I would not be a bit surprised if they lose. Lost these first two on the road, because Carolina is not very good on the road, and Carolina is much better at home. So it almost feels like the Hurricanes really need these first two games, in all honesty. And we saw the last series with Toronto, Panthers went down 2-0. I'm sure they wouldn't like to do that again, but if it did happen, I don't think it would be panic mode. But I think we probably see a split in one of these first two games, though. In all
That's
honesty.
what I was thinking too. I'm thinking 1-1, go back, win 3.
I think this layoff for the Hurricanes
gonna hurt them a little bit.
It could hurt them, or it could help them, but I mean, I think
we've seen with layoffs, teams are hurting.
It's not really great to have a layoff, and I know it's not been a lot, but I mean, when is the last game they've played? It's been, I mean, today's what, May 20th? They haven't played since May 15th. That's a ways back. I mean, that's over 2 weeks ago they've gone without playing a game.
2 weeks?
Or not 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. I'm thinking
5 days.
5 days. 5 days. Almost a week. I'm sorry. I thought I for some reason I had it in my head May 30th. May 20th. 5 days ago. Yes. I mean, that's not a super long layoff, but it definitely could be a factor.
I'd say.
Well, I think Bobrovsky definitely has the upper hand, although Mike is a pretty big fan to old Freddie boy, aren't you, Mike?
He's done pretty darn good. I mean, he's not a guy you're going to look at and consider, a top goalie in the league or anything, but he's reliable. He can get the job done. He's got playoff experience. He's been around. He's had stints with a lot of different teams, and, obviously I think he was with Toronto. Well, I think it's pretty obvious you can't fault him for Toronto's failures, because they're still failing even though he's gone. So
Toronto's just a shit show from top to bottom. we're being honest here.
Well, they just can't get over the hump. I mean, they took that series 7 games. They were up 3-1 in game 3 and blew it. If they find a way to close out game 3 and go up 3-0, that series is probably over.
Yeah.
You know, they just they're good enough to get you to game 7. They're good enough to get, you know, a 2-game lead on you in a series. You know, I mean, it's not like they're a garbage team. They just cannot catch a break when they really need to, and that's just the way it is for them. They're cursed, I guess.
I'd say a couple the top line I would say to look out for tonight is that Reinhardt line. If we're strictly just talking, it's just Panthers talk. So
they better find a way to cool off Svechnikov because he's hot for Carolina scoring. I mean, I think he's got the second most goals in the playoffs behind Mikko Rantanen right now. So they got to cool him off. They better find a way because if he's scoring at the rate he is, you know, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. But on the other token, if you're Carolina, somebody else has got to step up besides him.
Yeah.
Because you are playing a team that has a two-way player in Barkov.
Where's Sebastian Aho? You need Aho to step up here.
Oh, they'll have to have him. He's going to have a good series. Yeah, I think so. Because Barkov is a two-way player. He's going to be able to take somebody out of their rhythm in their game. So somebody else has got to step up for Carolina. And if you're Florida, you got to make somebody else step up. Don't let Svechnikov continue to score at the rate he is, because that's what's giving them hope.
Address that.
And you got to get to Anderson. You can't let him get settled in, you know, because he is playing. I mean, go look at his numbers. He's been outstanding to start these playoffs. He's been outstanding, you know. So you got to find a way to get some shots on him. And Carolina's going to muddy this game up too, man. Carolina wants to play 2-1, 3-2, 1-0. They want that low scoring game. That's the way this team plays. So
I got no real feel for this game, to be honest. Money line or that, I was with Bob on the total under. I do like that.
I'm feeling the under, and I'm not feeling money line for anybody tonight. I'm not feeling it tonight. If I'm going to be honest, I think this is more important for Carolina than it is Florida, because Carolina played these guys 2 years ago in the conference finals and they got swept. But every game, the first 2 games was overtime. The game 1 went to the fourth overtime. Game 2 went to overtime, and game 3 and 4, they were all 1-goal games. So if you're Carolina, you know, this for your psyche is
got to come out swinging.
More important. Florida does not have to have this game. If you're Florida, boy, if you steal this game, that's not good.
Don't be surprised if they do, because
if they do,
the momentum swung in their favor.
If they do steal this game, I would expect Carolina to definitely win game 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Frederick Anderson with a .937 save percentage in the playoffs. That's number 1.
Yeah, he's been outstanding.
Followed by Jordan Bennington at .901. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Tied with Bobrovsky at .901.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Bobrovsky is at .901 as well. Should be a low-scoring series. I mean, both teams.
It's going to be physical.
We'll play that style. It's going to be a gritty type of game. You got, I mean, these are 2 of the best teams in the Eastern. I mean, let's face it. These teams could have faced 3 years in a row. Carolina should have beat the Rangers last year in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And if they would have, it would have been Florida and Carolina in the conference finals again. So I mean, these over the last 3 years, these have been the best 2 teams in the Eastern Conference in terms of deep playoff runs. There hadn't been nobody better. Florida's gone to 2 Stanley Cups, 3 conference finals in a row. Carolina's gone to 2 conference finals out of 3 years, you know, so these are the best 2 teams in the East.
Well, there's your line right there. You can get
What's up, Steven?
You get Florida plus money tonight if you want to dabble.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm staying away is because I know how important this game is for Carolina, and Florida, has shown that some struggles on the road, and it's not been something to concern yourself with. But, this game just feels like it almost feels like must win for Carolina, and it's only game one. That's
Rod Brindamore will have the troops ready. All right, let's go on to the NBA in the first game of the Western Conference Finals between Minnesota and OKC. I think the line is 7. I like OKC a lot tonight.
Give me that -6.5 spread too. I'll take that.
Yeah,
definitely. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I would back OKC here for game one. I really would at home. I think they learned their lesson from the last series where they did drop game one to Denver. It didn't end up costing them the series, obviously, but different animal here with the Timberwolves. No pun intended. But yeah, Timberwolves are a much different animal.
So let's take money line in a parlay, OKC, and let's take the under in the hockey game and see what kind of playoff parlay. Not bad.
That's an under pick. Yeah, I agree, Steven. Definitely an under pick here tonight. Just not.
I think it's going to be very physical. If that's the past series wasn't all fighting, this one's going to be.
Well, they're not going to see a bunch of fights. You're going to, I don't think guys aren't going to drop the gloves in the conference finals like crazy.
They should.
Well,
you got Kachuk and Marchand. They like to stir up crap, They're dirty hockey players.
They're not dirty. They just like to instigate.
Marsh, you hate Brad Marsh. Now get off this. You hate Brad Marchand. No, you hate him. Don't say hate him because he's only going to be there this year and then he's gone.
They'll get all if they want to get down and dirty, they'll get all they want with big old Jordan Stahl for Carolina because he ain't afraid of nobody.
He ain't no fighter. Get out of here.
He's a big guy.
I don't care how big he is. That don't mean shit. Kachuk will knock the crap out of him.
No, I don't. Bull.
No, I think Gatchovich would.
Kachuk's a fighter, dude. He can fight.
Kachuk is not the enforcer.
Well, I don't care whether he's in the enforcer. If we're talking Stahl or Kachuk, who's tougher? It's Kachuk. Come on. Jordan Stahl's a good hockey player, but he's also a center iceman. You don't find very many center icemen.
Bob, if I am shocked that you first of all, Jordan Stahl is 36 years old. He's been in the league how freaking long, and you're telling me you've not seen Jordan Stahl fight or get physical?
Saying that he's not a fighter Kachuk.
He's fought Tom Wilson, for God's sake.
So what? Everybody's fought Tom Wilson. Nobody likes Tom Wilson.
But some people
you know why?
Fight him.
Because he's a dirty hockey player.
Look, I'm just telling you right now, Jordan Stahl is
okay. I don't know how you got on that kick, but
I've watched Jordan Stahl for years, Bob. He's a he'll fight. He's
no one used to drop the gloves like Milan Lucic.
He's like he's kind of like Jamie Benn. He's kind of like Jamie Benn. He's not a guy that is necessarily what you consider a top fighter or anything, but he'll throw hands.
This is the conference finals. We're not fighting, okay?
Who was the baddest guy out there? Milan Lucic for the Brewers.
Ryan Reeves would smoke him.
Not Milan.
Ryan Reeves he already has.
Tony Twist would whip all their asses.
Ryan Reeves is twice his size, man.
Tony Twist would whip all their asses, dude, including Rempe. He beat the hell out of that kid. No, let's not. This ain't going to be a fighting series. This is going to be hockey. Now, let's get back to Minnesota and OKC. Mike thinks that Ant is going to be really, really tough for OKC. And I think you are leaning towards Minnesota this series, Mike.
What, an OKC series? You think I'm leaning Minnesota to win?
Yeah.
No. I'm not leaning towards Minnesota to win. I think I think if Denver took him to 7 games, I don't see why Minnesota can't, at least make it interesting. Maybe it doesn't go 7, but I don't know. I'm not.
They don't have a guy like Jokic. I mean, they got Gobert. That's not Jokic. So,
Denver also has nobody like Anthony Edwards. So,
well, that's true. That's true. But
you're out of your mind if you're going to continue down that road of acting like Anthony Edwards is no big deal.
I think they'll be fine.
I don't think he's going to be the X factor.
No, Julius Randle will be the X factor, just like SGA's not the X factor for OKC. He ain't the X factor.
Conley's going to step up.
Williams.
Mike Conley has been sneaky good.
Yeah, Randle's been the X factor. Julius Randle is Minnesota's X factor. If Julius Randle doesn't perform like he has been, because Mike Conley ain't picking up that much slack, man. Look, Mike Conley's been around a long time. He's a good player. He ain't putting up 20 and 10, and no,
definitely not. But he'll give you a solid, 15, 20 points, couple assists in there.
Yeah, once in a while he'll maybe give you 15 or so. Yeah, 20's pushing it for him. He's usually flirting around 11 to 15 range on a good night. 7, 8. 3 games in a row, he didn't even have double-digit scoring. So, actually 4 games in a row.
I think it's going to be pretty dominated by OKC, to be honest. But
yeah, probably so. I hope so. I hope so, because I'd like to see Minnesota knocked out.
Yeah, me too.
I'm rooting for OKC in this series, and actually, I'd like to see Indiana win, but I don't think they're going to beat the Knicks. So I think the Knicks are going to.
I think that series goes 7.
That could happen.
I don't see OKC going 7.
Rabid fan bases, but nothing more rabid than if you were at a UFL game, baby. Battlehawks, caca. Mike gave me all kinds of crap with the caca. And by golly, I think I saw him caca the other day a couple times.
Jesus, Mike, you're jumping on that train now?
Oh, yeah. He couldn't believe the atmosphere.
My God, Bob, you are.
I bet you had a couple of drinks in them.
No, I didn't.
I didn't know what it was.
No, I didn't drink much there. Look, it was loud. It was a good atmosphere. It was.
You were not expecting that at all.
Bob will try to compare it to the loudest NFL stadium, the way he is, and he's goofy like
Super
that.
Bowl
Oh man, they're probably just as loud as Seattle or
Pretty
Kansas
loud,
City.
man.
Jesus Christ! See, that's where I can't.
Well, no, it's not going to be as loud as Seattle or KC. Come on. Been a long time since I've been in that dome. It rocked for 30,000 people. That was pretty damn good.
In Marlins Park, they would show the I think it was the old stadium. They would show like the loud meter, so and it would barely go like even 3/4 of the way every time. Yeah, it's
where
in Marlins Park.
Oh yeah, well yeah, they ain't got nothing to cheer for.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But they did beat the Cubs last night. Now the Cardinals are a game out of first place after whipping the Detroit Tigers' ass 11-1. You ready to jump on board and believe yet, Mike? Or are you going to stay back there in the background and be a negative guy all year long?
I'm not being negative. It's just I don't know yet. I don't know what to make of them. Yeah. There's no doubt that they are that they are capable
so far
team.
Back in the background, you can't even see the background. That's how fucking far back I'm staying.
Yeah,
Cardinals just don't have the pitching.
Tigers,
the only guy they have is Gray.
No, that's not true. Okay, here we go. So the Cardinals, during this streak that they've been on.
I may trust the Cardinals pitching over the Cubs right now.
That is true.
Go look at the stats, bud. You better start expecting that. In the last 15 games, Cardinal starters have averaged 5.9 innings per start. On top of that, they have the number one defense in all of baseball with only 16 errors. And you know what? They just whipped the team with the best record in all of baseball, 11-1. Now, tonight, Scooball's on the mound. He's a left-hander. Cardinals don't do good against left-handers. I expect Detroit to win this game.
Yeah, I would expect them to win this game tonight.
Detroit's got that.
Yeah, the Detroit will, should win this one.
And Detroit is a damn good team, guys. I mean, they're a very good defensive team too. Yeah. So you got to take all that into consideration. But you know what? Cardinals got a bunch of ways to score runs, buddy. And I'm telling you, this Herrera kid, I mean, he's hitting 430 right now. And that was with being out with a knee injury for a little bit. And he came right back from the knee injury and is still getting 2 hits every night. You better watch out for this kid. He could be – he's a hitter.
I mean, if we're talking about a team – if we're talking about a team that didn't make the playoffs last year and looking at this year as a potential sleeper coming into the year, no, I would have not said the Cardinals. Right now, absolutely. You have to consider that they have a chance because the stats, the record will show you that they do. So you can't argue that. It's a long season. We'll see how it goes. But, you couldn't ask for a better start if you're the Cardinals. No.
What is up, Brandon Freeman? How you doing, my friend?
I got a couple plays for you guys.
Okay.
I did this new sportsbook called Gwyn.
I saw that.
I did Reds -1 on the spread versus the Pirates. Florida +1, Miami Marlins +1, and then the Rays to win. So
okay, Marlins +1, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that sports book again?
Hey, I hope they win.
Gwyn.
I hope the Marlins just win that game outright, and then you ain't even got to worry about the +1, right?
I think if they lose by exactly 1, it'll push. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you'll get a push.
I like the Reds. They spanked them last night 7-1, and the Pirates are god awful. I'm not betting the Pirates again. So
yeah, and Cincinnati's actually gotten pretty hot.
Especially don't bet them live, buddy.
Yeah.
No, don't bet them suckers ever.
My goodness.
Cincinnati's won 5 in a row, surprisingly. So, they should whip up on the Pirates.
I got to give the Marlins credit, man. Marlins stuck in that game last night.
Yeah, that was a great game.
A great game for them. I love it.
Speaking of Marlins, I got Kyle Stauer to hit a home run for Dinger Tuesday.
Okay.
+425.
Speaking of plays, EV play just showed up. Julius Randle over 32.5 PRA. Yeah. Sign me up. That's on FanDuel. It's -102. I'm just going to share my screen here real quick.
By the way, guys, what happened to the Orioles? 15-31.
Yeah,
they're they have no offense.
Pitching sucks, and offense evidently ain't good enough either. Despite having,
I did not check that out yet because I couldn't find it on the App Store, so I don't think it's.
Well, they may not have an app. They may not have an app. That may be one of them that you just got to go in your browser
on the website.
Yeah, check that out though. Maybe they may have it. So yeah, there's that Julius Randle play. definitely jumping on that. Couple of plays, few plays on no vig showing up. Lots of plays on no vig. Hartenstein under 21.5 PRA. Not opposed to that. At minus 110, 6% edge on that play. Chances are every book probably has it favored, or evenly. Yeah, I mean, there you see it right there. Every book pretty well favoring it, or we got FanDuel evenly pricing it. But FanDuel can be pretty sharp sometimes on these player props, and I just took one on FanDuel, but that's Julius Randle. I gotta roll with him to have an over on a PRA, man. I mean, I just don't see him slowing down. Brandon says called Legends. Yeah, with a Z.
I'm on it. It looks like a casino, and they do have sports. Yeah.
There's Julius Randle on Circa for over 19.5 points at plus odds. Yeah, I'll double dip on that. You can see right here, you're getting plus odds on a play that everywhere favors. And Circa doesn't limit. At least not that I know of. Anybody else know about the Circa? I don't think they limit, do they?
I don't have access to Circa.
No, I know you don't. Bob, have you ever heard? I don't know that I've ever heard of anybody getting limited on Circa, and I certainly
No, you don't get limited on Circa. You can bet whatever you want. Any kind of play you want. It doesn't matter.
I think every sports book should be like that, if we're being honest here.
I agree.
But even
I agree with that for sure.
Called Legends.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I think it's
Is it a social book or?
Yeah, it's like flipping.
Oh, is it a social book? Let me hit my play button here and get rid of any plays that.
I'm definitely not touching that Rockies over 2.5 team total.
Was that what that was, or was it plus? Oh yeah, over 2.5.
First half, definitely not.
Yeah, forget that.
I can see them getting shut out.
Okay, we are legal in Illinois.
Gobert over 8.5 points.
Oh shit.
I mean, it's not I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily the greatest of great value. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll roll with it. Probably not going to get much action down on DraftKings, but we'll.
Okay. Legend Casino is available in Illinois. Nat, the sports book.
Don't be surprised though if you see Kyle Stowers hit one out here. Got a good feeling.
Okay. There's Mike Conley over 3.5 assists. Luzardo over 5.5 strikeouts on no vig. Yeah.
The poverty franchise.
Yeah, no kidding. He may have that.
The Rockies just need to fucking strip everything. Take out all the management. Trade away Chris Bryant. He's not what he used to be. Just take everything.
He may have that by the third inning. I mean,
yeah, we're being honest.
Very possible he's got that by the third inning. I don't think he'll have it in 2 innings because that means he'd have to strike out every batter at least for every out. But I think, that seems like a third inning cash on Luzardo.
That seems like a ladder play right there, 10 Ks, maybe somewhere around there.
I mean,
could be a good spot.
Maybe. You could probably ladder that. Let's just for the hell of it. It's minus 120 at over 5.5.
Yeah, but look at all the other books.
We're gonna check that out and see what our prices are here. Over 6.5.
Minus 140, minus 160 there.
Yeah, look at Fliff. They're only offering +1. That can't be right. I think it's because I'm zoomed in. I must have a bug.
Yeah.
That can't be right. Hold on. Let me zoom out because sometimes that messes it up. No, dude, that's legit. Fliff is only offering plus 105. Look at what everywhere else is offering compared to Fliff.
Oh, hammer that.
Fliff is ripping you off. Bro, Fliff is ripping you off. Of course, you guys can't see that, can't you? No, because I only got one. Hold up. I only got one. I'm going to share my entire screen. Hang on. You guys couldn't see what I was seeing. Look at that. See it now?
Mm-hmm. Jesus, dude.
Plus 105. Everywhere else is giving you.
Ooh, that Hard Rock looks.
Yeah, that Hard Rock at plus
Very
180, nice. Dude. For 6.5, that looks freaking really nice. Oh, yeah, dude. You get plus 180 on a play that, I mean, you see the rest of the books, what they're offering on it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I said we jump on Luzardo and ladder him. I'm down with it. I mean, the Rockies suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with him.
They suck. I mean, I would almost ladder that son of a gun up to
10.
You know.
All right. I'll tell you what, that does it for me tonight.
Time to go watch some hockey.
That was a rip-off.
Oh, I know, man. That's just insane. But I didn't see Hard Rock sitting out there offering us plus 180 on it. So that's actually nice. That's a good plus odds banger right there. I mean,
all I gotta say.
Let's go home.
I'm down.
I'm already home.
Have a great night, folks. See you tomorrow.